Hey, it's day 4 of the 5-day challenge to find your motivation. And today we are looking at the fact that regardless of how much you may want your goal or whatever it is that you're doing today or whatever it is you're emotionally involved with, you just can't get out of bed. And there are going to be days like that. And if these days are rare for you, then awesome. Maybe it's just your body saying, I need a rest. You've been pushing me so hard, I just need a rest. So rest. That's okay to take a rest, to take a break. If you have any reason to believe that this lack of motivation is because you're procrastinating, or there's something you need to do today that you really don't want to do, then you kind of really do need to give yourself a butt kicking. Okay, and I mean that in the nicest possible way. Okay, so anything worth doing in life has an element of difficulty to it. Otherwise, what would be the point in doing it? We need the challenge to feel the reward. The bigger the challenge, the bigger the reward. But us humans we are pretty lazy, especially nowadays, because everything is given to us on a plate. There's no real hardship. We drive to work. We can cook up a meal in a couple of minutes in a microwave. Our phones basically run our lives if we let them. Okay? And we're easily knocked off course because of that. Our minds often work against us. And we are conditioned to focus on the negatives. Okay? So, can you remember something negative that somebody said a couple of weeks ago? Is that still playing on your mind now? I bet you can relate, okay? Our constant need for the easy route, or our morbid attraction, got something in my ear, sorry, ow, to negativity is born from our conditioning as we've grown up. We are fed constant negative through the news, especially in the UK. Our news is all, this is that, and this is, and did you see what so-and-so did? And have you heard about this? And the economy's failing, and all this negativity. There's never anything good. Or you're surrounded by people who judge and criticize, because that's what we're programmed to do. And all of that negativity often just builds up and builds up and builds up to the point where we just feel there's absolutely no point in getting out of bed, because we're going to fail anyway because Aunt What's-Her-Face said so, or the news said the economy's failing, so you can't afford that expensive holiday regardless how much you want it. And we just give up because our paradigm wins. But if you have something that you really, really, really want, then it's worth going and getting it. And motivation can be found pretty much anywhere. But I've got a list of things that I want to share with you today that can help you. So yesterday we looked at how to find your motivation by breaking it down, celebrating the little wins, that sort of thing. But where do you find that motivation? Most of the time, it's going to be within you. So most of your motivation is going to be intrinsic, which means it comes from inside you. You need to work out what it is that drives and inspires you by focusing on your strengths, what you do well, and using that to motivate yourself. Yeah, you might not want to do the washing or folding or whatever it is today that you've got to do, but actually you're really good at it. And if you're not really good at it, the more you do it, the better you get. Okay? You can also find motivation from others. So seeking out positive and supportive people who can just keep pushing you, an accountability partner maybe. I'm happy to help with any accountability that you need, keeping you on track, doing what you say you're going to do. Because if you're accountable to yourself, you're going to let yourself off the hook. If you're accountable to somebody else, you're more likely to do it. Okay? Another reason for lack of motivation is a lack of understanding. So widen your understanding. Read, learn, read books, articles, watch motivational speeches or videos. Anything that can give you a new perspective on life and insights into other ideas and things that you could have in this world. They are big motivators. Okay? If you're doing something that you have done before, look at your past success. If you failed last time, look at something else. But so there will be successes that you've had in your life, and you need to pinpoint how it made you feel when you achieved that thing. So go back to that past success and relive the moment. That will give you a big boost of motivation. Another form of motivation for some of us can be a challenge or an obstacle, and just the motivation to get past it to that feeling of accomplishment. So use all of your challenges and your obstacles as opportunities to grow, improve your focus on the rewards that will come after you've defeated them. And if all else fails and you really have absolutely no motivation today whatsoever, get a pair of shoes on and go for a walk. Get out in nature. I like to paddle my feet in the nearby river or go for a walk in the woods. Just get out in nature. Always helps massively. Okay, motivation is sometimes quite tricky to find, and we are all individual. What will motivate me isn't going to motivate you, but there will be things that motivate you that won't motivate me, and that's okay. But motivation can be cultured and cultivated and nurtured with time and effort. It's your choice to stay in bed or to force your butt to go out for a walk. Okay, tomorrow, the last day of the challenge before the workshop at the weekend, we will look at more specific techniques that can boost your motivation and a few techniques that I use. And don't forget, we have the Q&A tonight. If you want to jump on, or please do. I love having people on those because it just makes it so much more fun. Ask any questions. If you need a motivation boost during the day, post in the group, and one of us wonderful people that are here with you will help to find your motivation for you. Hope you have an awesome day, and we'll see you on the call later.